What is going on, everybody? I'm back in here with another video, and today's topic is about how you should look out for the ones who say the good behind your back and the bad stuff to your face. Now that may sound a little weird, right? Everybody may be thinking, man, when I talk to somebody, I want them to compliment me. I want them to tell me how good I'm doing. I want them to tell me how proud they are of me. But that might not always be the best thing. The reason being is because if you live enough life, or if you ever had any friends around you or in your circle, sometimes you may be able to, see the snakes, right? Once you cut that grass, you see who's in the grass, you see the snakes in the grass, right? Or you may be in a situation and you see who the crabs in the buckets are, right? We know how snakes are. They're always lurking and scheming, trying to find a way to bite you, always trying to find a way to inject their venom in you if they catch you, right? In the same way with crabs. When it comes to crabs, we know crabs, if they're in a barrel, if one crab is trying to get out, the rest of the crabs are trying to find a way to make sure that crab stays in that bucket, or there's always one crab that pulls it back in, right? So we know snakes in our lives, we know some crabs in our lives, right? And sometimes it's very tricky because someone or some people can be very good actors, and they can find ways to trick you or pull a fast one on you. They may come in your face and smile and give you hugs and embrace you, but behind closed doors, they're not saying those things about you. They're not saying good things about you. They're not making sure you're all right. They're trying to sabotage your situation. They're trying to put you in a situation where you're in a bind, right? So you got to be careful for the ones who are trying to mess up whatever progress you've made, or pull you back into the same issues or problems that you got out of, or that you're working your way out of. Think about it like this. I like to see the ones who are speaking bad to my face and good behind my back, because those are the people who know that they can tell you the truth and they're not worried about how you feel, right? They're not worried about your feelings, because they know telling you the truth is the best thing for you. They know that being honest to you is the best thing for you, right? Think about it like this. If I know that something's coming, or I know that something isn't right, or this situation might not be best for my brother, or this situation might not be best for my sister or my mother, a good friend of mine, a childhood friend, and I tell them and they get mad at me, that's something I would prefer. I would prefer them to get upset. I would prefer that they tell me how they feel right then and there. But at least I can tell them and help them understand that I'm looking out for them. I'm not trying to bash them. I'm not trying to judge them, but I'm trying to look out for them. But when I'm talking to somebody else, when they're not there, I can say, yeah, man, this guy's making progress. Oh, she's making progress. Oh, she's working. She's matured a lot. She listened to what I said and she took in what I said. She's a good listener, right? I had the opportunity to tell them how I feel about them, right, to somebody else when they're not there, in a positive way, right? But when I'm in their faces, there's times where I need to speak out and tell them, look, man, that don't look right. That's not going to be good for you in the future. And no matter how they feel, at least I'm being honest with them. At least I'm able to tell them that, you know what, that's not going to work for you. Now, they may not always take it well, and that's the type of intestinal fortitude that you need in this situation. You need to be able to not be afraid of someone's reaction. You can't be a yes man. Now, if you're dealing with somebody who likes yes men and they get upset that you're going against whatever they believe, or if they're caught in a state of delusion, you got to let that go. There's nothing you can do about that. But you got to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I care for this person enough to be honest with them, despite how they handle it, despite if they're going to cut me off, despite them cussing me out, despite them, not wanting to, deal with me anymore, work with me anymore. Those things may hurt, and those things may be a huge issue to you in that time being. But you have to understand that some people need to hear the truth. And sometimes them going through that frustration or going through that time where, they want to lash out, that might be best for them. That might be something that they need to face. That might be something that they need to endure and go through. Make sure you watch out for the ones who say the good stuff behind your back and the bad stuff to your face. All right. What I mean by look out is make sure you keep them close. Appreciate those people. Appreciate the ones who will tell you what it really is so that you can be a better person. You got to understand whether somebody's trying to break you down or if they're trying to lift you up through tough love. Right? There's a difference. right? Communication is very important amongst people, and a lot of people can misunderstand what you're saying, and a lot of people can misconstrue your intentions, right? So you got to make sure you know how to communicate. You got to make sure you care for a person enough to tell them the truth, no matter how they feel. For me personally, for those that I really care for, when it gets to a point where I know that this is just getting out of hand, I'm thinking that they're just going down the wrong path, or that decision right there is really going to be something they're going to regret. So maybe I can open up my mouth and step in and try to, put them on another track, right? I'm not going to force them to do anything. I can't make them change their minds, but at least I'm saying what I need to say to them, and then they can go from there. Because I'm going to feel even worse if I watch the person do something to put them in a situation that they're going to regret. Respect the ones who say the bad stuff to your face and the good behind your back is really important, man, because it's so many people that will smile in your face and they don't want nothing for you but harmful things. They don't want nothing for you but curses. They don't want you to have blessings. They don't want you to have certain things. And they want you to have, some of the same problems that they have. They don't want you to elevate. They see you at a certain spot, they want you to stay there. They don't want you to grow. Watch out for the ones who don't want you to improve. Watch out for the ones who don't want you to grow, because that's going to be something that you may realize too late, right? And when it's too late, that's when you go through something and you think, wow, man, if only I knew that this person wasn't right for me. If only I knew this person wasn't going to look out for me. If only I knew this person was going to be my downfall. They were going to help me reach my downfall. So definitely respect the ones who speak good behind your back and say the bad stuff to your face, man. That is a big thing, huge thing. If you have people like that who aren't afraid to tell you what it is in a loving way or through tough love, definitely keep them around. The ones who want to be yes men, the ones who think that saying yes to you all the time and saying whatever you want to hear all the time just to make you shut up, or just to make you be quiet, or just to make you happy, that's not really going to help you in the long run. Think about it. Some of the things that helped you improve in life came through you going through hard times, came through you going through things that weren't so comfortable. That's the same thing with people saying certain things to you. As long as you know the difference between constructive criticism and disrespect, then you'll be all right. As long as you understand what tough love is, as long as you understand the difference between tough love and bashing or judgment, then you'll be on your way when it comes to dealing with people, because that's very important. So that's my lesson for today, guys. That's all I got for this video. Y'all take it easy, and I'll catch y'all next time.